Hey girls, how you doing? So listen, stop thinking with your vagina. What do I mean by that? You know how like in life, I've heard that statement, guys, they think with that head down there. Well, apparently us girls do too. Because I was thinking back to like what was something that would arouse me when looking at gentlemen suitors out in the world. And a haircut was a turn on. Some fresh Air Force Ones was a turn on. Coogee sweaters, yeah. Certain kind of jeans, the way they hit. Maybe a fitted cap or something like that. Lips, things like that. And so that would be my deciding factor on if I wanted to open myself up to someone, invite them over, if you know what I mean. And so, that was some 20s, some teens, some 20s stuff, But when I got to the ripe old age of 29, something else started exciting my girl. Conversation, bitch. Rich conversation. When I met my husband, we did what I feel is a great way to do the guy girl thing. We communicated a lot. We talked a lot and we got to know each other that way. It was no going over each other's houses and stuff. We just met in a neutral place and talked and got to know each other and stuff. And his conversation was just so juicy because it was about things other than the drug dealing corner, the violence that the guy ensued previously, or something about their family, or just some bullshit ass conversation. So to meet him and he's talking about things going on in the world, it excuse me, it lit things up in my crown, bitch. Okay, and my girl. So it's this conversation. So I'm just saying, like, the inner narrative, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna say that. But hold on, bear with me. So now, what I want you to do is level up. I do not want you to have the experiences that I was having when I was young, because now that looking back, it was because I just didn't have perspective. All right? You're so much more than that. Like when you meet a guy, let him dazzle all of you. And then that can be the cherry on top. Like, I don't feel like that should be the deciding factor on being with a person, like how good the sex is. Because you could get with a guy who, and I did it, who give you good sex, but they treat you like shit. They are emotionally unavailable. And us girls need that. We need a man in our lives that is emotionally available for us, especially those who were abandoned by their fathers and such, So we need that. So now when you are looking at someone and your girl is like, oh, he can get it, be like, girl, he better first get what? Dazzle my mind. What is his conversation like? Has he healed his trauma? Do he have a good relationship with his family, with his mother in particular, with women overall? Is he a cheater? Is he into monogamy? Because it's just assumed. But let's have the conversations now, y'all. Are you going to be able to be in a monogamous relationship and no more settling for just being a part of his life? That is pick me energy if I ever fucking heard it, okay? No more just being happy because he around or because he chose me. No, bitch, you the prize. You the prize. Look, I got my eyes on you, sir. What are you going to do to keep my eyes on you? He kept talking. The conversation just it has continued to be just so juicy and delicious. For real. So, because I said, when we get older, if our body parts ain't working, what we going to do? We going to talk. he just do something to my mind when he's speaking. His voice is so goddamn sexy. For real. Like, that's the shit that keep me home. Okay? I mean, he come home every day and do what he's supposed to do, you know, by me and treating me like the queen that I am. I don't have to settle for anything when it comes down to him. Nothing. And you shouldn't either. Because you a queen. You a goddess. Alright? You out in these streets doing your thing. You got to live in your chosen one dimension. Stop being in them thirsty dimensions and live in yours and knowing that your God will come to you. Because that's what happened to me. I didn't have to go look for him. He came into my life. At a very critical time, mind you. I was going through something else and that shit was all fucked up. So even in bad times, good things can happen. Okay? So the lesson for today is we're going to stop allowing our girl to get us into these physical situations that when we look at the details, there are none. It literally was just that. But now I'm trying to love you, create a relationship with you and all this stuff. And you really are empty. You're an empty soul. You were just good for the fuck. And that's it.